see what's going on. So, just take some time to shuffle. I'll wait for a few people to get on. Thank you so much for joining me on A Touch of Tarot. My name is Genevieve. I'm trying to start introducing myself because I do have a lot of new people coming on. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for being here. And everyone else. Tiffany, hello. Tiffany, I'm going to make you a moderator just because I only have 2 moderators. And if you don't want to do it, obviously you don't have to. But just because it's been, intense on here lately. Oh, I'm so happy. Waiting for your videos. Beautiful. So Sylvia and I have sent out a lot of the videos from the Lock of Love, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. Oh, okay. I was talking about the other Tiffany, but all you have to do if you see someone, you just click on them and I don't know. I think you just say bug off. I don't know what the words are. Good morning from Texas. What time is it in Texas right now? I got a new deck, so I'm just really shuffling it. If I do need another person, you still get my PayPal. Hi, Heatherette. If you made a payment, then you will get your video. I'm just trying to remember if I remember your name. I don't believe you made the payment to me on my list, but if you made a payment for sure to Sylvia and I, then we got your info. There's hundreds of names there, right? So Heatherette, it might sound familiar, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Please email us directly, one of us, okay? Yeah, because we went through the PayPals first, and then we had to get the names from the emails unless people PayPal the names, right? So maybe I should tell you guys some guidance I have to tell you when it comes to your journey right now. Let me turn down the music just a little. I really love this lady, Angelic Code Sound Healing. Please look her up to help heal your energies, open your chakras. She provides all of these free videos for us for literally to heal the world. That's her goal. I don't know if she charges for anything, but I would like a personal song made for myself. I haven't contacted her yet. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I do have a new deck, which I'm super excited. I just want to make sure it's shuffled really, really well. Oh, yeah. Wait, I just saw the lovers. I got to show you the lovers here. I love it because it's really detailed, right? So I just find that interesting. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys can see. I think you can. I just find that really interesting. So this is the message, and it's always from personal experience. Sometimes it's from obviously downloads and meditation. But this is personal experience where, you got to take responsibility for your emotions. And I'm so lucky to have the person in my life. And he tells me things like, I can't be responsible for your emotional well-being and all of these type of things. And it's so true, right? Because first of all, that's a turnoff. He would never say that to me. He never talks like that. But obviously it's a lot of pressure for your person. So it is really important for you to stay as emotionally stable as possible. And I understand the side of the people that are almost the chaser, I guess we call it. It sucks to not have physical contact. And luckily I'm able to express myself calmly and understandingly. I understand where he's coming from. And I asked him to understand as well, I'm almost in deficit. If it was a bank account, I would be in debt of physical contact. And that for me, it just sometimes gets triggering, right? So it's just a message. I understand both points, but it is really important for us to take our power back, empowerment, right? And it's buffering. I hope it's not buffering. I'm using my own data. Is it buffering, guys? I hope not. It's fine here. Okay, good. I'm sure maybe some people, it could just be, I'm using data, so it should be pretty good. Okay, good, good, good. But yeah, so where I was going with that is, want to be understanding to your person. And for those of you that haven't been in contact with your person for a long time, as I've recommended recently, it may be time to just reach out. And even when I say that, it's not just time to reach out because of the cosmos, which actually moving into October, communication is going to be much more gentle, at least in the beginning. And I believe we have the the full moon in Aries, I want to say. Oh, thank you, Angel Marie. Um, thank you. Sorry, I can't look over there. I get so distracted. It's not even funny. So, point being, there's also going to be an energy of no more thinking about things as much as we are. And that's another thing. Some of us, if you're like myself, you're overthinking, and it's really counteractive. Um, Look into Amanda. I want to say it's called You Are Your Creator. She recently did a video with someone else I know she's a YouTuber. I don't know her name. I don't watch her, but I know I've seen her on YouTube. They did a collaboration where they talk about how they manifested everything they want. She said a few things, like including physical parts of the body. But it's true. You do create what you think of. And for some of us, like myself, that overthink, it's actually not beneficial whatsoever. So sometimes you just got to check yourself, okay? And just check yourself the whole way, really. Okay, so let's see what's going on. I wanted to pick up the energy for our special person. And I think that that is actually a really good term to use for our person. I'm seeing the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands here showing up. And I'm just picking those up as energies. And, the Queen of Wands is actually, when it's not in regards to the karmic energy, it's actually a very beautiful, powerful energy. Leos are very special. From what I know from the Leos, I do know they're very confident. They're very sensual. They're very understanding. They're also open-minded as well, and they're very connected. So with the King of Cups, that would be wonderful if we had some love coming our way and we embodied that confidence. Sounds like my music's turned down and I need that music. I'm just in love with this girl. I really am. So I want to see, and as for the special person thing, I think that's actually a really good description instead of using all these titles. And it's not that twin flames don't exist or anything like that, but sometimes I think it makes us, or maybe like for me personally, I don't think it does it, but I know for some, it's like, oh no, it's my twin flame. Oh no, like I have to be with that person as my twin flame. It's your special person. And I think maybe that will put a little less pressure on the whole situation, okay? It's your special person. Okay, so let's just get an overall energy first of all. My ex who thinks he was my karma. Yeah, I had someone who was a false. I did, and well, good thing I listened to my guides when they said to stop. They said, they said to me he's not going to change. So I was waiting for him to change, and of course he wasn't going to change. He, nothing wrong with him. He wasn't going to change. He was a father of 3 kids, 2 baby moms, a lot of drama going on there. It was a total karmic situation. But at the time, I was almost willing to accept. So let's begin. Whoa, I'm seeing 2 kings here. So one popped out, and here we have this King of Cups. Now I'll tell you, even though the King of Cups has a different color hair, not too different, by the way. Right off the bat, I'm feeling that this is the same energy of the masculine. And for me, when you get a sword and a cup, this is about true love, first of all. But more importantly, this is about someone, since this came here, this is about someone that knows the truth. This is someone also who's very serious. And I mean, it's totally depicted in both faces. This person doesn't play games. but deep inside, I feel that this person has a big, big, big heart. And I'm noticing the two fish, and it's just a beautiful energy of like freedom, but it's within. For some reason, because this person probably has a lot of responsibilities, they can't always come out of their shell. They can't always, but when you see them, when you see the real them, you know that this person is very loving. This person is very like probably when they're with you, they're just, or when you talk to them or you pick up on their energy between the two of you, very fun. Like I'm getting a lot of excitement in me, like very I'm just keep on hearing the word special. And that sucks that I can't come up with another word to express this, but it's a very special, fun energy. And I guess the reason it's so fun is because normally there's this King of Swords energy where it's like not even chatting, probably not too much communication or expression of this energy at times. But here you see how his foot is forward. He actually has that energy that's like very loving and very deep. However, thank you so much, Xavier. Jason, why do I want to say Jason, but it's Jaso. Thank you, Xavier. He has that energy of wanting to come forward, wanting to speak, wanting to express himself. But I think right now, and interestingly enough, this is very interesting, this King of Swords has the lion on top. Now, remember, I mentioned that Leo energy or that Queen of Wands energy. Very passionate, very understanding, but I feel that we're dealing with someone that's not expressing all that they want to right now. They're not expressing all their truth in regards to love, even though they know their truth. It's kind of like their secret, in a sense. For many of you, this person, this plain and simple, to make it as simple as possible, they don't express it all. I'm so lucky to be with a person that is dealing with this. So I can tell you, because not only does he not always express, but when he does, the things he says to me, I wish I could read you guys, my messages so you could see, but I won't do that, privacy reasons. But I wish you could see, like, when he does open up, it's everything we're going through. And he wants to be way more than he is able to be at this time. And I think that a lot of your divine masculines in their own way are dealing with the same type of energy where they want to come forward, they want it, but it's just not them. It's just not him. When we're alone, okay, well, we're barely ever alone. But when we're alone, it's all fun and games. But otherwise, this person has to stay focused. It's just some of these masculines, some of them are great and playful and, all of that energy, but some of them, they just can't lose their cool. And I don't think it means that they're trying to be cool. It's like poker face. That's what it is. And when they're dealing with the people they're dealing with, it doesn't serve them to be, at least in their world, it doesn't serve them. And for me, I'm like, you should be happier. You should be funner. Like, you should be da 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 da. But I guess in their world, and I have no idea what it's actually like to be in their shoes, that doesn't serve them. So what is this person holding on to and holding back? Let me focus on this reading. Here we go. This is a collective reading, everyone. I don't really know how Super Chat works. One day I would like to come on here and maybe offer, little quick reads for a donation of some sort. I'll learn how that happens. I actually tried to look up Super Chat and to see what that is exactly, and I am still confused about it. So what does this person hold on to? Whatever it wants to tell us about this person that is definitely full of love and wants to, express that. But the lion, as well, as I'm picking up right now, has to do with them, like they represent that fierce energy. And the more I look at this card, the more I see in it, because I see the butterfly as well. I actually see multiple butterflies. I even see orbs. This is really cool. I just got this deck. I'm not going to buy any more decks out here. And, I thank you all for all the decks you've gifted me, but I'm taking a little break. We need to, all of us need to get into these decks I have for us now. I'll be back home on Thursday, so I'll be back to the regular schedule for us all. Butterflies, right? Yeah, for some of us, including myself, butterflies are one of my favorite um, flighty animals. And the bees have been back today, and I did not swat any of them away. But one of them almost came in my mouth. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, ooh, like I felt the energy, like it was right here. I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to be nice to them, and they're taking advantage. So let's see again. What is this person holding back? What are his true feelings that he's not expressing? What is going on here? I'm noticing with the king, I see the seashell there. But for me, more importantly, shells, I think of snails, right? Um, I think of moving very slowly and not coming out of the shell at times, though they want to. They want to come out of their shell. So tell us more about this energy. This person's feelings. Here we go. Oh, so what is he holding back from expressing? We have the Empress here. So I just want to pick up on this energy for a second. Now, I'm going to clarify that. I'm going to leave this card out. Okay. No. Okay. I have the clarification here. Yeah. Okay, guys. So right now, the energy I'm picking up on is someone who's dealing with a third-party situation. And I say that because this card for me can represent court dealings of some sort, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and also the Justice card. I wasn't sure just yet what I was picking up on. But what this is telling me is that there is someone there. The reason this person isn't expressing themselves for this situation, okay, and I do feel that this is actually talking about a woman, because we technically even have three threes here, okay? There's third party written all over this with the Justice card. How do I put this? I'm going to put this in words that I've heard. And what it has to do with is, well, there's this third party. It's become dependent. The situation has become dependent. And therefore, there's only so much that this person can express or do right now at this time. And the whole while, the whole time everything is going on, they want to be fair to everyone involved. They want to be honest. But it's very heart-aching. It's very restrictive. You're masculine for some of you. Like I sent out a reading yesterday, a recorded reading, which I am more apt to do recorded readings right now, and I'm working on getting those out than live. But you know, these men are good men, or these masculine energies, or whoever's dealing with the other person that they haven't left, they're good people, right? And yes, they know their true love. They know exactly what they want. But they're sitting, you know, there's someone there in the way almost. And it's like, it's a dependent energy. Now, let's just say you're not dealing with someone with a person. I'm fully picking up, we're talking about someone that has another person here, okay? But yes, the third parties can have to do with multiple things, but I'm really just going to stick with what I'm picking up here. So this person is trying to figure out how to deal with this confusion and how to sort this whole situation out where everyone can benefit from this. They're also dealing with being watched. And I don't mean by this person, I mean by the people they deal with. So they don't want to just leave a situation where they have like a wife or baby mom or whatever it may be and look like the bad guy, because this person is not the bad guy. They can't help. You can't help. You meet someone, you know, 10 years ago or something, you can't help that you've changed. This seems to be life. And I'm not saying that every 10 years someone is going to change, but I do think that there are people that think that they're making the right decision at one point. And now with this collective energy of us being getting downloads and being very awoken, not just by like YouTube, but everyone's aware that there is things going on in the world that just were lies, whether it be from the government, from the food that we eat, from the news that you watch. A lot of things on there, I'm sorry to say, but from what I understand, it could be absolutely false. So people are becoming much more aware. Also, once you meet the person that activates, that's the best way I can word it for you, that activates something in you, you just can no longer deny the magic that exists. And things just won't feel right anymore, you know? They hide a lot of, and it's not just I don't know who you're talking about, but it's collective, right? Like people are hiding a lot from others. So it's kind of something that's embedded in us. Look at us, for example. I'll just give my own example. I don't go and talk to everyone. I maybe talk to you guys, but I don't talk to my people that I'm with all the time about this. Not at all. Many of them have no idea. My very close friends know a bit about my situation, and that's like not even everything. It's like, oh, I'm into someone. Like, are you with anyone? Like, yeah, I'm still into that same guy. I'm still, like that. And I kind of just leave it at that because I don't want to hear their opinions. And to be honest, I think most of them, like even one of my friends who I thought would have a down opinion, she said, just give it time. She said, just have fun and get to know him. She's with someone for 10 years now, or over 10 years. They had a separation over a third party and got back together. I've told you about her. She's actually a Leo. Told you a bit about her story. And she recommends during the space, never stress out. She said she lost her hair. She got wrinkles. It really aged her. And she said if she could do it again, the two things she would have done is not stress out and also listen to him. Because she said when he was contacting her or when they would have contact, she would just hang up the phone, or she'd get so frustrated she would just not listen. So those were her two, because I said, what would you have done different? I asked her if she had sex during that time, and I can't really remember her answer. I don't think she did, just because she didn't meet anyone. But yeah, that's when I went to Mexico. I was able to interview her. Parts of the relationship sometimes are sacred to us. Yeah, which is, hi, Gina. That is very important to remember. I don't think you guys should share everything with everyone, and not just when it comes to your special person, SP. Also when it comes to the knowledge you're getting from your guides. I believe I'm here on this platform to share a lot of what I get, but there are still a few things I keep to myself. But I think when you ask for a sign from your guides and you get it, sometimes I think it's meant to be kept between you and them. It's time to start building a friendship with your guides and like a relationship with your guides, a sacred relationship, as Gina said, right? So what the person is holding back or not speaking about, or maybe the reason why, is because there is this person there, this other person, and it's some form of a dependent relationship, and they are trying to figure out how to solve this situation fairly as well with the justice card, and to honor their truth, but also honor everyone involved, because it's a very sad, I'll tell you that those words are very true for your person. It's a sad situation. They feel sad about it. They've got themselves into something they never expected it to turn out like this. They were probably quite at ease with just sticking in this situation until they were activated. Okay? So I was asking before I put it out, what can we expect for the week ahead? I'm going to say, I don't want to give any false hope or anything when I see the Knight of Swords. More importantly, I feel like this Knight of Swords, possibly for some people, yeah, you're going to get some communication, or maybe they're going to give some communication. This sword is facing a very specific direction. Now, I've never saw a Knight of Swords with that sword like that. It's like, I'm just trying to see how they're holding this, because that is like impossible, but we can't. I'm just trying to figure this out. We can't, I don't know. I was never a knight. I'm just trying to figure out like how that's actually happening. But it's almost like they're ready to stab something. I feel like there's going to be a confrontation. Sorry, I just heard a noise. I feel like there's going to be a confrontation. And part of the reason is because there's frustration. And I heard sexual frustration. I can relate to that. But there's frustration with not going for their truest desires with the Nine of Cups. And I do feel this energy, this person may be expressing how they're, because we have the Tower here as well, Six of Wands there. but this person may be expressing one way or another what they truly desire. To who exactly? I'm not sure. I asked for the week ahead. Stabbing. Who is he stabbing? Just trying to figure this out. Where's this? I'm going to clarify that card. Because it's like this person is finally facing the truth. Like we already know he's facing the truth, but there's some sort of movement there as well. And that sword, I just can't explain how bizarre it is for me for some reason. Knight of Swords, please. Why? One thing that's really weird is lately, well, every time I'm coming on here, I start getting a runny nose, and it's very bizarre. I don't like it. So, okay, let me pick up. Now, what is this that they're expressing? What is this? It's what they've been holding back. But there's also an energy here. Let me put this down because we got two cards here. The Two of Swords. I think there's going to be some sort of an argument here. Okay, guys. I don't think it has to do with you as much. If for any reason it does have to do with you, there's some sort of a secret coming out. I think it's not to do with you. I think this is just representing whatever someone was in denial about. And this could be this Empress energy. It could be anyone here. But whatever someone wasn't facing, this is the main message. Whatever someone wasn't facing, they are knowing the truth now. They are facing. And now I just heard wrapping things up. Now, obviously, I'm not trying. This can have to do with actually family situation here. I'm not trying to give any false hope to anyone. Just know that this is moving along the way it's meant to move along. And I would like to clarify, when I see the High Priestess now, I just feel like there's a secret. But the truth is, more here is that someone is the High Priestess. So this can honestly be the Divine Feminine here who's been waiting, who has not known what's going on, who has not saw her masculine in moons and blue moons. It's been a while coming to her power. Because as I look at these two energies, I'm picking up totally separate energies here. Someone is finally putting down the sword, putting down the confusion. Okay, I'm getting the message. My nose is driving me crazy. Listen, when you do things like move on or get clear, face the truth, it helps your person do it too. And that is very, 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 very true. Very true. I want to just see if there's anything more I pick up from that High Priestess here. I love it. You're definitely taking your power back, ladies, and your special person will be taking his power back. Now, whether it's actually, I'm not going to take every single card there, but I will mention I'm seeing the Sun card here. I'm not going to take any of those cards. I only saw the Sun card. But there is an energy of you becoming confident, more confident in this situation. It's like, it's so nice to actually just face it. That there are things that have to be dealt with. You're going to have to take a break for some of you. I've come to that conclusion. Instead of like trying, it's time. And, I said that to my person. I just said, listen, you have things you got to deal with. You're more than welcome to deal with them. Like, what else can I say? I can no longer say, come see me. Like, what the fuck is going on? I can no longer say that. He knows that and he feels it too. It's time to just accept where it is. And by accepting that you're not a victim here, you see clearly, you take your power back. It's the first step. Yeah, it's about letting it be. It's not about letting it go. It's like, it just is. And you're not going to make it move any faster by worrying or pushing it. I'm just going to shuffle these cards even more. Let it just be what it is, right? Let's see what else we have here. And it's about your mental diet as well. Stay positive. I'm sorry. I'll tell you, I watched someone for a second yesterday. Like, some readings can be so triggering. It's not even funny. And I understand that, the world isn't happy, like isn't always butterflies or whatever you want to say, because I love butterflies, but the world is not always birthday cakes, okay? I get that. but you also can create what you want to create, and not everyone believes that. So I don't know who I watched yesterday, just for like literally 1 second, and I was almost gonna cry. I'm like, oh my god, and like this is part of the overthinking. So I think at this time it's really important to practice discernment and knowing thyself. If you know your story and you watch a reader and it doesn't resonate, then that's fine. Then you can be like, it doesn't resonate, and let it be. But when it starts to get in your emotional field, it probably, more than the reader's fault, means that you're a little bit weaker that day. Because honestly, when you know, if you were in communication with your masculine regularly and you felt very confident and sure, and you could watch anything and you'll just be like happy for it and be happy and hope, wish that other person the best. Like, oh, I hope they get through that, Positive affirmations daily, looking in the mirror, looking in your own eyeballs. Yeah, you have to trust your intuition. And if it's triggering, hi, Paul. If it's triggering, I hope you got your reading, Paul. If it is triggering, though, I think it's best to just turn it off. Sometimes you have to listen. If I don't know, I'm just suggesting. Sometimes, yeah, sure, listen all the way so you can find something and be like, okay, that reading's not for me. But I was just really shocked yesterday when I listened to that reader, just how I never realized, like I really realized how triggering some readings can be. And it's your own doubts. It's not really their reading as much, I wish all readers could be positive, but some readers are like, this is how it is sometimes. And some of them don't believe they're actually old fashioned. That's the best way to put it. Nothing wrong with them. They believe in like, you get married and you do this. So, if someone's mean to you, they don't love you. And that's not true. It's just not. And that I'll say confidently, that is not true. But not everyone can understand that. Okay. Fakes, be careful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that they're fake. I think that they're reading the storyline they're getting. And fortunately, I'm really lucky to believe in the impossible happening. And it's because I've lived my life that way. I have had one thing after another my whole life. I've been so blessed and so lucky, no matter how dark things have been. I've been so protected. I've had miracle after miracle, synchronicities after synchronicities. So deep inside, I do know. And I do know that you can watch a reading and ride with that energy. It's the best way I can pick it up or explain it. If you have a reader that says something that feels really true to you, you can take that and create with it because you're in that vibe and that energy of belief and happiness. So that's something I used to do. Now I'm actually I just do it all day, every day. And I watched Amanda yesterday, and she said she got to the point where she knew that she can create anything. And number one thing is not to react. Don't react, because then you have to go back and recreate what you want. And she's like, I think she said basically she just understood she can create whatever she wanted. And if she reacted in a negative way, that it would set her back, and then she just would create whatever she wants. And if something was like triggering or whatever you want to call it, she would just be like, whatever, and then go and recreate. Yeah, I like readers who just tell their message too, but I love readers who don't leave things out, as in the fact that just because someone cheated, or just like, I'm not a cheater, 100% not a cheater, but I've never been a cheater. But the thing is, I also know people can do that. And it doesn't mean they're a bad person. And it doesn't mean that they will always do that either. Okay. Like that type of an example. Thank you, Kathy. And for those of you that are in Paris, if you want to meet up for a reading, Sylvia and I will be doing them on Wednesday. And that will be the only day because I leave Thursday. And if not, I don't know if we had anyone book yet, but if not, then that's absolutely okay. So we have sorry, I'm not showing you, King of Pentacles. So this is the overall goal. And the reason I say this is okay, this is the thing about the King of Pentacles. This is the overall goal here, is to be grounded. Um, but there's another issue with that King of Pentacles. So far we almost have all the kings, right? Is that sometimes the King of Pentacles doesn't show love the way you want him to show it. And you cannot force anyone to show you love the way they show it. So it's just like that book, The 5 Languages of Love. Everyone has their own different love language. I personally, I like gifts and I like touch. Um, and touch would involve, someone's time, because they would have to take time to be with me. But some people don't have those type of ways of showing love, and it sucks when your ways don't match, but it's good when you realize that, so you can understand it. And this is something, actually, I've spoken to my masculine and he, or my person. We're trying to understand each other the way we are, not trying to force other ways of being. So that's why I had to explain to him, like, I understand he can work all day and all night, but I need physical touch. I actually do. And it doesn't have to be sexual, but I don't care, like hands, hugs. Hugs is big. Hugs is a big one for me, but I need that. So there's an energy here, I think, is just a message. Like, the goal is, we want someone grounded and ready to support us, our needs, without being needy at the same time. The wording is so complicated sometimes, everyone. Let's see what else we get for this king. I think this person is realizing that they kind of have to embody everything to make this work, to make this love connection real. And I'm totally picking up, this is such a cute card. I'm not picking up family. We're back at the 6 of batons. I'm picking up, like, you guys have known each other lifetimes. And if it's not lifetime, some of you knew each other since childhood. I know that for a fact. But I just feel like your true selves are just little happy kids when you're together, or when you'll be together. And I think one day you'll look back and realize just how much you guys have gone through to achieve this. And this is achievable. As crazy as it may seem, this is achievable. This also tells me, with these 2 cards coming out, because this clarifies this King of Pentacles, this person wants a true happy family, not one-sided, not dependent. They want this truth. And I love that these people are actually all on the grass. It's not like they're on a stage, and they're looking back at everything they've come through and realizing that it was all worth it. All of the storms that have cleared, it's all worth it. Like 2 teenagers. Yeah. And it's so true. Excited and nervous energy. I don't know if I know I mentioned it, but I don't know if any of you heard this. The day that we locked in our love on the bridge, when I came home, I got a message from my person, and I just melted. And the thing is, I picked up the energy the masculines feel around a lot of you. Thank you so much, Starburst. It's Allison. Okay, hi, Allison. I hope you got your reading. I know we did that. But I picked up the masculine energy, how they feel about the feminines. It was like total, because like I've never felt that out of control. But I was in my Uber, and I got this message out of nowhere. And, I had asked, I'm like, okay, like, we just did the lock in your love. And I had felt like really, like, not unsure, but like very different after the locking in at the bridge. And it was a very long ride home. And I was just admiring all the lights and all of the beauty at nighttime. And I got this message, and I was so overwhelmed with emotion. It was so weird, because I'm like, how do they handle it? How are we going to handle this coming together? And it will be intense this will be the next step. When you guys do come in union, you're going to have to relax. stay grounded. Not only that, you're also going to have to make sure you do not become dependent on each other and have to go through this all over again, because a lot of us, when we get into a relationship, we kind of lose ourselves in it. So imagine you get into a relationship with your masculine. Oh my gosh, your special person. It's very intense, and what your people are feeling, your special person is feels about you is so overwhelming. I can fully understand how they're like, how is this going to work? How is this even possible? How am I going to work when I have this energy for this person? So I picked up on it, and it was so intense to the point it lasted until the morning. And in the morning I was like, Jen, like, stop it. Like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, let this go. But I realized it was just for me to see how overwhelming it can be, okay? And it really can be. Have deja vu. I never thought I'd be in Paris. It was my lifelong dream, and I always knew I belonged here. And I plan to move here, to be honest with you. I don't know if my masculine will do that, but I know he loves Paris as well. I never expected to be here. I never expected to be able to be here. But now I can't imagine being anywhere else, to be honest. My whole life, Isabel, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're being inspired, because even I'm getting inspired by you guys, because I'm realizing people are so much more aware than I was giving them credit for. I actually realized that from one of the viewers who had wrote me an email after I had told her she couldn't participate just for whatever reasons. And she fully understood. And I was like, wow. I'm like, there are other people out there like me that get what's going on here. And I just was very impressed by that. And I realized that, I get inspired by that. It's not just me that gets these messages. And the more I pay attention to the comments and the emails, the more I realize, this is collective energy. It's crazy. And it's really interesting, because when Sylvia was staying here with me, she would get emails from people. Like, for example, I remember one day the energy was so bizarre, and she got so many emails from people literally saying exactly what her and I had talked about. And I'm like, wow, like, there are a lot of people picking up on this, dropping cards. I mean, I guess this card really wants to come out and mention that, this person wants to speak to you. This person, if they can watch you, they are. I don't think they're spending all, what? Oh, as I look at this, it's not even about watching. It's about thinking about you, because this person's eyes are closed. So I was going to go with the regular description, but that's why it's important to look at the cards, and every deck has their own energy to it. This person, sure, they want to speak to you. Sure, they want to come forward, of course. But this person, when they get a chance, you're on their mind big time. They envision you. And that's great, because they're helping this manifestation happen. They're envisioning what they want to do, the offers they want to make. They're also envisioning how can they solve the problems here. Let's get into what they're envisioning here, because I see the clouds. The clouds are very predominant in this picture. Like, there are clouds that have to be cleared. So I'm going to take the top one. And I mean, it goes, we have the Knight of Batons, the Knight of Cups, and but more importantly, what this is saying, we have that Queen energy here. It's the only, which kings do we have? King of Cups, King of Swords, and I know we had another one, no? Do we? Let me see here. Sorry, I'm putting these on my computer. No, we don't have any other king. Interesting. Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Is this the King of Pentacles? So it's the only, like, the only king we don't have here. But the sword with the truth has the lion on it, right? And this tells me right here, I love this energy. I'm just looking at the Queen of Wands and such a new energy nowadays. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get into that in a minute. So as I said, this person is thinking, how can they remove the blockages? Okay. How can they clear the clouds? This person is in heavy thoughts about you when they have a chance. Because I'm not going to pretend like they sit there all day and think about you, but I guarantee they think about you a lot. I promise you that. Even like what I've heard from my person, he like, sometimes, when someone says something and they don't kind of mean to say, but like, all I do is think about you. But I know it's not all that these people do, but it means like they think about us a lot. Okay. And this person is thinking about, how can I clear these blockages? Now I see these two cards here, very, very special. We have the Queen of Wands now with the Queen of Cups underneath. And I feel like we have the Queen of Wands instead of the Queen of Swords to remind us about this lion energy, this fierce energy. And what this tells me is that you as a person are very aware of the truth about how this person feels about you. You are very aware that they have this energy of being fierce and just like, it's almost this energy like they have to be this lion, they have to be like the king of the jungle type of thing. And you admire them for that. And deep inside, you are this person is like, she's surrounded by lions. Of course, she's the Queen of Wands. But I mean, this is him. And he's so much bigger in your world than, we know. I don't know if he knows, there's a lot of love here. Let's take a really good look at this. There's a lot of love here. It's believing in the impossible as well. This is a huge cup. This woman has a huge cup, okay? So, and a huge sunflower. This energy is so big. And what the black cat is representing to me right now is like the fears you face. Not only are you connected in so many different ways and in tune with what's going on, but you've made friends with this energy that once scared you. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate that. You've made friends with the energy that once you were afraid of. And I don't know if I told you what happened with the black cat and me lately. Paris is really different. Like, they raise their kids very independent. And I think they raise their animals very independent as well, because many dogs just follow their person, which shows a high amount of respect. They don't need to put a leash on them. But when I went to the garbage, this was during the dark stuff that was happening. I went to throw out the garbage or the recycling or whatever. And there was a black cat in a windowsill, sitting on the windowsill. I didn't realize it was a guard cat. So I'm always attracted to any animal. And I went to go and touch it. And I'm so lucky I didn't even get close, because it, from the windowsill, started like getting up, hissing. And honestly, if I had gone one step closer, it probably would have attacked me. I just found that, and I just backed up and walked off. I found that very interesting. I've never saw a cat that scary, and because it wasn't even like, I'm not a scary person when it comes to animals. They usually love me. This cat had its defenses up, and that's, I'm just thinking about that, but it was very fearful. I won't try to touch it again, but this woman has made friends, and I haven't seen it since, by the way. This woman has made friends with the dark energies around her. And that is something that, that's actually internal. Those dark energies, all those fears that you have overcome. Oh, 1 second. My favorite music has ended. And it's just unacceptable. I need to hear that. So let's see if there's anything else here that I want to pick up on while I'm shuffling. I feel like I had another message and I took it out. There was a message. It was something to do with something, but I don't know. Let's pull from a different deck, okay? I'm going to see what comes out here. Now, remember, these are my French decks, so we really have to use our intuition with these. You can't go, you don't know where they've been. It was a house cat, and I'm not afraid of stray cats. I actually believe in germs. I don't mind them whatsoever. So look at this, what's coming out. Now, what I feel that this is like, first of all, sure, we can say balance, okay, sure, but no, it's about the energy, and I do have to actually eventually interpret these, but it's like your masculine. I don't know if we've got this card before, but I know during a reading I've had this card, and it's like they feel like they have to, like, it's almost walking on eggshells type of energy to make sure that everything goes smoothly for them to get from one destination to another. So you take that picture how it resonates with you. Yeah, I'm totally into the germs. But because you have to, build immune system here in this world, especially. One thing I don't get is sick very often, and I know that there's actual reasons why. I have a very heightened immune system for other reasons, but I mean, I'm not afraid of germs, not at all. So yeah, for that tightrope walker, it is about balance is needed here. But it's important to recognize that I just feel like you're masculine, and maybe for you too, like you just have to stay steady. And that can actually do with mental stability as well. This is something I'm working on. Not that I'm mentally, and I am mentally unstable at times. I'm not going to deny it, but I don't want to be or have to be. And it comes from within. You have to be stronger, and it's real hard, and like I'm a Gemini. I'm like a Gemini. I think I have 5 or 6 parts of my planets or whatever in Gemini, my chart, and including the moon and the sun. Luckily I have Leo in my Venus, which is like my love side, so thank God I'm stable there. But it's hard dealing with thoughts, and it's important because you want to be stable. So one word I'm seeing here is enterprise, les aids, invisible. I see, okay, there's invisible aids for you. So I guess that's what these lights are. And look at the orbs here. Isn't that interesting? When I went to the Eiffel Tower for the first time, like I actually saw floods of orbs, and I've only saw that in one picture. Someone who had special goggles that take pictures, she showed me the farm field, and it's full of orbs. There is hundreds of thousands of orbs in around us, and I've actually been seeing them here, and I keep on thinking they're mice, and then like I'll catch it and like there's no mice, it's an orb in the corner of my eye. But you're being guided, and it's about invisible guidance. All you really have to do is take that risk and take that leap of faith that you're being guided to take. And that could be also to just let things be, cross that bridge. Here's the bridge, the bridge that we locked our love in on, know that it's happening. Know that you have help. And I'm going to end it with this because that's actually very beautiful. So thank you so much. I'm just trying to think. I know I had another message for you guys. I guess it's not the time. I'm going to get to some more recorded readings. Right now, recorded readings are happening. The live ones are just finicky, especially now. It's my last few days here. So if you want to be on call for a live reading, I can do that. But the hours, remember, I'm in Paris time, so it's a little different. I will have a great day. I'm going to stay in and I already went out and enjoyed my daytime. The sad thing is I'm finally getting on track here with time. Like I woke up today at 8:30, but now I leave. So that sucks. But I've enjoyed every second here, and I can't wait to come back to this city of love and all this beautiful energy here. I thank you all for everything, support, donations, kind words. I really, really appreciate them. I have emailed a few people back. Some people email me, they don't realize it's like just as I'm waking up and I'm like, oh my God, like if you haven't got your reading, it will come. But I don't mean to be snippy, but I guess you guys don't know what time it is when I'm answering it. And I have this issue where like I have to answer, and I'm working on that, but I want to answer. I have an issue as well with having to get work done. And I'm realizing I can't rush your readings because they won't be, it's not that they won't be good, but they can be way better if I just do it when it's time, instead of just because I don't want you to wait or I don't want you to get upset. So you just have to have patience all around. Me too. Learning about patience big time here. Oh, I will move here. I will move here for sure. I know that for sure. That is for sure. So hopefully my guy wants to move here one day. And if not, it's okay. We can have long distance, whatever. And I hope everyone, is patiently. Kitty, I guess that's not your real name. That's the other thing. Like some people are giving comments, but they're not using their real name. So I can't even comment back to you. And I don't even know what email to look you up at. So, that is a little issue too. But I really appreciate your patience. And I feel like there's another message, but it will come. And if I want to come on later and write down the message I had, which I have to start doing more of. And otherwise, I hope everyone's doing well. No, it's not. Okay, you probably don't want to say your name, and that's fine. I get it. Wait, Isabel, wait. Is that your name? Or are you saying wait? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just waiting for something to come up. Not sure. I hope everyone's doing well. I noticed Sylvia did a live today. I have no idea exactly. Hermit, for all of you that are wondering what came out. I understand you. Hermit. Well, that's interesting that you just said that. So you keep your name to yourself there, because obviously there's a reason for that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Isabel. Oh my gosh. I get so distracted, guys. I can't help it. It's just me. Let it be. Isabel. Oh, it should be at your pace. Yeah. It definitely should, but it's not just with readings. My whole life, like I like to get work done, but it's not the best. Like I will exhaust myself sometimes, and it's not like, even when I had normal jobs, I like to complete the task right away. And that's just something I have because I'm not patient, Okay. Me too. You're not patient. Hi, Ron. Okay, guys, so I guess I'm going to go. I mean, yeah, I was saying I noticed Sylvia did a live, and I thought I had entered my place and it was running on my computer, and I'm like, oh, Sylvia's live. So I'm on there like, hi, ladies, I love you or whatever. But she did a live with someone else. I didn't watch it, but I heard a couple moments before I realized it wasn't live, and they were talking about like, I don't know, like just the stresses of being in these energies, right? And maybe some of you might want to watch it. I'm not sure. Journey by being there. We can't wait. Thank you. You did? I'm so happy you got it. Yeah, honestly, we've had 100% amazing feedback. There was one person, I'm going to be honest, one person, it didn't resonate, unfortunately, but sometimes I have to question when we get such good feedback, if maybe you need to listen to the message again and take it in. And some things can be hard to hear. And sometimes it's not exactly the situation. And that's where people get stuck during a reading sometimes. And they're like, well, that didn't happen. But it didn't happen in the way that it was said, but kind of could it in other ways. Thank you, Starburst, for that feedback. Love it. Kathy, are you? Bye, Sylvia. It was awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder too, sometimes I wonder, do people just want to book just to complain? But we only had one person, and it wasn't even a complaint. She was not complaining. She was happy with most of it. It's just, it wasn't exactly the way it happened for her. And I don't mean to point her out. I'm not saying her name or anything, but sometimes in general, when you get a reading, you kind of have to see how it fits. And also, it could be something that's going to happen. Okay. Have they all been done? No. And Paul, I'm not sure if you're on the special list because some people that ordered at a certain time our most focus went to getting the locks done. And then Sylvia and I separated after that, right? So now we have at least 15 to 20 people that we have to on Wednesday do again. And then we're going to have to download it. And we're both leaving on Thursday. So you wouldn't get it until like the weekend or whatever. So not every single one has been done yet, Paul. I will double check with yours because I do know you, and I'm pretty sure we did do yours, but you might be on the special list. I have to double check. So then it doesn't later, and it makes more sense. Yeah. You know how many people have done readings for personal readings, and there were like at the time I'm seeing 10444. And at the time they're like, no, no, no. And sometimes I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Like this, like it keeps on coming out. So something's happening, but they don't leave upset, but they're like, I don't know. I don't know about that. And then maybe even up to a month later, I will get an email and they're like, oh my God, that happened. So just keep that in mind. I know, Paul. I know. My viewers are really, really good. And like all you guys, like, I know that you're very patient. Most of you are very patient. And I understand when you're not, because you really need a message. But sometimes that's part of a lesson too, is like, you just got to relax. I meant sometimes I think my own reading doesn't make sense. And then it does later. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get it. Okay, guys, so I'm getting off now. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for all your likes. And I am aware that some of you don't like videos because you don't want people to see what you're liking. I understand. Someone explained it to me once. She said, like, she doesn't want her colleagues and stuff to see what she's doing or whatever it may be. So understandable. I get it, because I'm sure you wouldn't be here if you didn't like it. Great for introspection. Good. Oh, good. Take it like that. Exactly. Okay. And yeah, so let's, take that power back. Remember, okay, take that power back. You're not a victim. You're not tied to anything dark. You can free yourself. Wow, these 3 cards, I have to bring them up because they all go together. And the 4th, it just keeps on going. But, well, the devil drops, so perfect. But what it's trying to say is that don't be a victim. This card, remember, it came up already. You're not a victim to this. This is what's up. This is what's going on here, okay? Don't stay in this energy. Claim your high priestess power. Claim your knowing. Take your power back, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you. Let it be is right. Let it be.